Every year, thousands of innocent animals fall into violent hands, are abused or neglected. That's why in 2013, the Animal Cruelty Task Force of Ohio was created. Today, they're working harder than ever to stop the trend of abuse. So we are happy to welcome Stephen Baldwin, Director for ACT, as part of our Find a Friend segment today, sponsored by Rascal Animal Hospital. So welcome back, Stephen.
Thanks for having me.
All right, first let's talk about this adorable face you have with you today.
Yes, so this is Shadow. He's been with us for about a month now. We got a cruelty complaint or a neglect complaint out in our county of Union County, which is the only county where we can actually enforce laws, although we do a lot of voluntary work out of our county, which we'll talk about with the Rascal unit. But he's 10 years old, and he had lived in a pen on frozen ground. He's never really been on carpet before. For 10 years. He was given the very, very basics, but nothing else. No socialization whatsoever. He never had a collar or a leash even put on him before. So the first time we got him and we put the collar and leash on him, he started to do what we call a gator roll, which is where he spins thinking that he's being hurt just because he's never had a collar on him before.
Yeah.
And we had to carry him into our vehicle, and then we had to carry him up the stairs to the house, just 3 little steps. And it's been a few weeks, he's really coming around. He has a ways to go. He is heartworm positive, and our partners over at the Rascal Animal Hospital are willing to treat that. But it's going to be a several-month process to treat him for what he has.
And let's talk about that, because you guys have a lot of partnerships with people, Rascal Animal Hospital being one of them. So how does that work? You know, do you get a complaint or a call and then you call on them to help?
It's kind of back and forth. You know, Rascal Animal Hospital is one of our partners that we've worked with very closely this past year. I started just with an idea and a pair of boots, basically, and I couldn't have done all this without other partners like the Rascal Animal Hospital. There's no point in rescuing an animal if you can't provide for it medically and put it into a better environment. So basically, with Rascal being all over the state right now, they'll get calls sometimes of a situation where you need someone with some expertise that can go knock on doors and figure out what's going on. And so that's one way. The other way is that we'll get the call directly, we'll go out, and then we'll coordinate with the Rascal Animal Hospital to make sure they have time to bring a mobile unit out and do the medical care right there on scene.
And we're seeing photos of rescue stories and really success stories that you guys have had, because you get a lot of different situations.
We really do, from hoarding situations right there that you just saw to a whole lot of different bully breeds that are mislabeled by shelters that we then take and rehabilitate. That picture right there is out of Marion County, 74 cats. That there is out of Stark County, Canton, Ohio, is a pit bull that lived in a basement for 3 years. That little dog came out of Marion County. That was one of our abuse cases from Union County. So we've prosecuted livestock and equine cases. That's another case that we prosecuted in Union County for inappropriate shelter during the wintertime. So we've been very, very busy this past year.
And it runs the gamut, because when you get these calls, do you really even always know what you're getting yourself into?
You never really know, and that's why you have to be so calm and collected and not let your emotions take over, because 7 out of 10 times it's either nothing really, or it's a matter of educating the owner or assisting the animal. And we have 3 roles, I believe, as humane agents in the state, which is to educate the owners, to assist the animal. He's never been on carpet before.
He's 10 years old going on 2.
This
you know
is
what
brand
I mean?
new stuff for him. And then the last thing is to enforce the law when that's necessary, and that's where you get filing criminal charges and that sort of thing. But 2/3 of it is education and assistance more than enforcement.
And rural counties in this area particularly, I know that you get a lot more in that area. Was that kind of the reason you form this task force?
Yes, that's our focus. I consider myself friends with the chief humane agent here in Franklin County, Kerry Mannion. He does an excellent job. They have, every urban county has a team of agents for the Humane Society, and that's a burden that's been left on your county Humane Society. The more rural you get, the less resources there are. I help some Humane Societies that have an annual budget for their entire Humane Society of $35,000 a year. How are they going to run a Humane Society and then enforce laws and go out and knock on doors and help animals? It's just not feasible.
Right.
So that's kind of where we go out to, is the areas that don't have any help.
Okay, so I know as well that people, if they want to adopt this little guy, he's not 10, I swear, he's not. Where can they go? Where can they go to find more about how to help? We have 2 ways to go. We have a very active Facebook page. So if they go on Facebook and just type in Animal Cruelty Task Force of Ohio, they'll see us there. And then also our website is very simple. It's actoh.org, and there's a lot of information on there. We're in the middle actually of revamping our website just this week, as a matter of fact, so that'll be brand new as of this weekend. But between Facebook and our website, those are 2 great ways to get a hold of us. All right, perfect. Stephen, thank you for being here. Shadow, thank you as well. If he doesn't come home with me, he's up for adoption. You saw the website, so thanks again.
Thank you very much.